Kim Jong-un has his finger on a button that's gonna release all the nukes. And you're a sniper, you can like make a clean shot. But if you make this clean shot, you're gonna kill him. And killing is bad, right? But if you do it, you're gonna save a lot of people. What are you gonna do? Will you like take the shot and kill him and do a bad thing but save millions of people? Or are you gonna be like a pacifist and say all killing is bad, but he's gonna press that button and millions will die? What would you do? So that's what we're gonna talk about in this video. And at the same time we're gonna play the Dark Brotherhood questline. So I just reached the door here. What do you think? Looking good? Right now I joined the Dark Brotherhood and we can go to actually kill some people.
Your teeth! No!
No, bad, but you are so wicked.
You reek of death, my friend.
So why is the philosophy of Jesus Christ kinda dumb? Because what he believes in is basically like treat others how you want to be treated yourself, right? Being a true pacifist, you don't want to like die yourself, so you cannot kill other people. Like imagine a world where like 99% of all people truly follow that. Like even nowadays in this world right now, like most people are Christians, but they don't really follow the golden rule, right? But imagine a world where 99% of people truly follow it. Even in this world where 99% of people use the golden rule and treat others how they want to be treated. Even if there's like one person who doesn't follow this rule, who is like an asshole, kind of like Kim Jong-un, you know, this person can do basically whatever they want to do, and we all like who follow the golden rule cannot do anything about him. He could like kill people, he could like take our stuff, and we couldn't do anything in return, right? Following the golden rule only works where everybody, like really 100% of people follow it. But even if there's like just one person who doesn't follow it, the whole like system breaks down, and this one person can basically do whatever they want, and we all cannot do anything against it. Perfect. Very bad. Water. What? So this is the third time I had to reload the save, because this crossbow is really shit. So here I recommend, if you actually play Skyrim, you know, get a proper bow. So before we kill this guy, let's actually talk about the next topic. And the next topic is about how come that morals like Jesus Christ's morals actually exist. So what I think actually happened over the course of like 2000 years, a lot of his words of his original teachings probably were lost. Another like, what's going on? You really want to make me believe that in these 2000 years there wasn't a single person who made shit up, who basically inserted something in the Bible or twisted Jesus' words for his own favor. It sounds pretty unrealistic, right? So I think like you cannot really trust everything in the Bible. Let's look at two passages in the Bible that Jesus said. Like one thing that Jesus said, if a Roman comes to you and punches you, you need to turn the other cheek. Basically you ask for another punch, and you need to love him. Doesn't this kind of sound like Roman propaganda? You know, if a Roman comes in, invades your country and takes your stuff and punches you and does whatever to your woman or your children, you should like not fight back, and instead you should just take it and actually love him. And doesn't this sound kind of like Roman propaganda? If I was a Roman, I would go to Jesus and be like, my man, I want to hire you. And another thing that Jesus was saying was like, give to Caesar what is Caesar's. You know, basically pay taxes. He was saying pay the taxes. If I was a Roman, you know, I would also love that. I would love to hear that. And doesn't this kind of like sound like propaganda? And I'm not saying that Jesus was like a spy or something. I'm just saying that maybe in the 2000 years until then, maybe a lot of his words actually got twisted. So let's actually try to kill this guy. I hope I don't have bounty.
Been a murder over in Riften. Some old lady who runs an orphanage.
Nice.
Was what she
We talked about how there are certain situations where killing, you need to kill. Like stopping Kim Jong-un, for example. Morals of Christianity kind of like stupid because they only work in an ideal scenario where 100% of all the people in the world believe in them. If there's one person alive who is basically a bad person and doesn't believe in them, he can basically ruin it for everybody else. And then the third thing we talked about is how these morals, in my opinion, only like exist because things in the Bible got twisted over the years. And I think a lot of like propaganda got added into it. So a lot of Jesus words actually got twisted, where nowadays like pacifism and the golden rule has become something where you shouldn't really like fight back, even if like another country is invading your own country and taking your stuff and, you know, wanting taxes, wanting money from you and punching you, and you shouldn't just do anything against it but just take it. So I think a lot of this stuff is actually propaganda from people in power, and it got like twisted and added into the Bible later on. But that's just my opinion. And then the fourth thing I want to talk about is basically like what type of morals should you actually have. And here I want to talk about game theory. Let me explain game theory pretty quickly. So in game theory, basically like you take a situation and you gamify it to like figure out what is the most logical, best strategy in this situation. And let me talk about the prisoner example. So the prisoner dilemma is an example in game theory where you have two prisoners. And if one prisoner like rats out the other prisoner, he gets a higher sentence. But if they both stay quiet, they both get a like low sentence. So the ideal scenario is like where both of them stay quiet. But like I said before, if there's like one asshole, he can mess up everything for other people. So how do you solve this situation? So the scientists actually built a bunch of bots and made a program, turned the prisoner dilemma into a program, and then run through a bunch of bots. Like there's a Jesus bot who like follows the golden rule, there's like an evil bot, and to see like which bot actually scores the best in the end. And the bot that scored the best was something called tit for tat. And what he did, he started out like very good, very positive. He like actually supported the other prisoner, but then he just copied the other prisoner's moves. So if the other prisoner like said something, he also said something. If the other prisoner stayed quiet, he also stayed quiet. And I think if you want to follow a moral code in your own life, this is the type of moral code you actually have to follow, because this is a moral code that's much better than what, for example, Christianity teaches you. Where if you follow the golden rule, you're gonna like handicap yourself, because this is not a perfect world. And if you follow these morals, you're just gonna become a victim in this world. And you're just gonna be like, you know, become a victim to other people who don't follow this rule. And with tit for tat, it's actually quite smart, because you start off as a good guy, you start off like being nice to other people, helping other people. But then if they punch you, you punch back. If they try to shoot you, you shoot back. If some, I don't know, Roman try to invade your country, you fight back. And that's actually the much more logical and better philosophy to have. And that's basically how I want to like stop the video. Because in my opinion, you shouldn't really like follow all the like Christian morality. I don't think it benefits you. I think it only works in an ideal world. What is much better to follow is, if you want to have morals in your own life, is tit for tat. But maybe you're right now saying that, hey, I just killed an innocent person, this is not really tit for tat. Yeah, that is true, because I don't really follow tit for tat myself. I have my own philosophy, and I don't have any morals to begin with. I only see the world as cheating. And that's actually what I'm gonna talk about in the next video. So subscribe for that, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.